Okay, so question 5 on page 23. This is the other example of incomplete dominance. So the questions that we were looking at with the blood typing and that, those were still incomplete dominance, but it was a form of codominance. So IA and IB were codominants. You might have seen a question in your practice questions with the roan cow. If it had the red allele and the white allele, it would have both those hairs represented on that cow's coat. So it'd have red with white hairs all interspersed. The other type of incomplete dominance is this example here. It's a form, it's called intermediate inheritance, and it's where you get a blending of two alleles. So you're producing a phenotype from an offspring that either parent by themselves could produce alone. So it's kind of like a blending of colors. So let's go through this question here, and we'll kind of give you an example of this intermediate inheritance. Again, another form of codominance. So it says palomino horses are caused by an interaction of two genes. Allele C with the superscript little r in a homozygous condition produces chestnut, which is just red for these horses. So let's do a legend right here. We can do that right on the side. And if I have a CR in a homozygous condition, meaning both of them are the same, homo, that's going to give us chestnut, which is just reddish. Now it's saying if I have the allele C with the M superscript in a homozygous condition, it's going to give me cremello, which is just a pale cream color in a horse. And we'll just abbreviate that as creme. Now, this is where you get that blending that we're talking about. If you're getting the interaction between the chestnut and the creme allele, it produces a palomino, something different that either parent could produce on their own. So if I have the CM and a CR, now in this case, it didn't matter if the R was first or the M was first. If you're going to put the M first, which I did in my legend, make that consistent throughout your whole question. It just makes interpretation after much easier if you keep that consistent. Now, I could have put the R first, that's fine, but again, keep it consistent throughout your whole question. So that's going to be a PAL. We'll just abbreviate that as PAL. Okay, so again, you're getting a blending of those two alleles, giving us a color for that offspring that either parent could have produced themselves. Okay, and again, that's called intermediate inheritance, a form of incomplete dominance. So let's look at our question. Indicate the expected ratio of the F1 generation from mating a chestnut with a cremello color horse. Give me the genotype and the phenotype of the offspring. So, chestnut, there's one parent. So the chestnut, let's underline the parent. Let's put their genotype just above them. So the only way that you can be chestnut is if both your alleles are the C superscript R, C superscript R, is crossed with a cremello. So we already said a cremello. That's CM, CM. What's their genotype? So when we know the genotype of the parents, we can just proceed to step 3, which is our Punnett square. And we're going to isolate these guys into gametes. We don't know which one is the female or the male, so we can arbitrarily put them in either position. And now we just bring them together. See, now you remember I said with my palomino, I always put the M first. That's what I'm going to do down here as well. Just keep it consistent, and it makes interpretation much easier. I can see very easily that this is a palomino. Same thing, CM, CR, there's another palomino. CM, CR, keep it consistent. Pal, CM, CR, palomino. So my expected frequency here would be 1 or 100% of these are going to be palomino. So I would have, if they wanted this, 0 of them would be creme. Now you don't have to do this unless they ask. 0% would be chestnut. Okay, 100% pal. Any questions? Just give me an email. Thanks, guys.